Hi everybody, peace. Uh, winter cups. Okay. This is Onyx Phoenix fortune teller, crystal block number 4. I will edit this video to add some images, some quality images of the crystals. Today I will be showing the crystals I use personally, each and every one. This is one you come to notice that I'm not only a crystal heater and a person who knows about crystals, a professional per se, such and something or other, but also a person that lives life in a different way, because I grew to be this thing that the world is fortune teller. You can call it person of knowledge, one who knows the energies, master of the unknown, a person with style too. Okay, this is, I will explain. This is my winter hat, I don't know, it's not a hat, but it goes over the head. This is my sunglasses. They cost $5. This is an Egyptian, this is actually incarnation of God, because not everybody can wear this properly. It's called Ankh, and they call the Egyptian cross the key of life. But those are mambo jumbo expressions. It's actually divine power within an object. And this is the pentagram, which is the ultimate stage of knowledge and personal power. Alright, I will begin with my crystal collection. Alright, I will go from bigger to smaller. Sorry, I didn't. It's kind of a collection. This serves well as beard, like a beard of bees, or a beer beer non-alcoholic beverage beer. This is, I have my crystal collection, which are a lot of crystals, which I showed in previous videos. These are the crystals I use for me, for my life, at this moment at least. They differentiate in which the collection are only crystals, and it's a closed thing, it's already complete. But the crystals I use in everyday life, they continue to grow and they never disappear. There are always additions, and there will be always additions. I don't know. At one point I will have a house full of only full of crystals, I think. This is the first one. It's called piryte, fool's gold. It has a real three-dimensional texture like effect and a nice shimmering. Check it out. It kind of makes your eyes blink and think about money. And it's very material, right? Other crystals are more etheric. This is a real material. This is a crystal that grows in a very materialistic way, because it grows connected to matter, and that's why it brings knowledge. From the moment this crystal was harvested from the ground, it brought all the information. Suppose this crystal was taken from the ground, I don't know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Until that point, contains all the material growth in the entire universe, in the entire known universe. So you get control over material things. It's not so much as I want a new cell phone, I will get a piryte, the same pronunciations, whatever. So it's more like, alright, it's connected a lot to the body, on how the body grows, and your craft. If you're an artisan, if you work with wood, for example, it's connected to knowing exactly how the wood will be with anticipation. It's also connected to electricity, because electricity is a connection between matter, right? Those two poles. I don't know the exact expression, but it's positive and negative, and energy flows between those. So yeah, it's good for using the computer. There you go. When I get to a really practical advice, I will just move on to the next one. This is sodalite. It's a dangerous crystal. It's a real blue. I will try to color correct this video. I don't know if I will be able to. But it's really blue. And that's kind of when they say this person is blue, when they say this person is sad and lonely. This is the same. This is stone that uh, is really compact, and it's connected to the dark side of emotions. So it has this aura, or I can do this. I can do this, and I will. It has this eggshell around that kind of, when you look at the person that's sad, suddenly you look at the person in silence, and then you look away and you realize what that person is perceiving from the world. This is the same. This song tells you what's going in pain and negative, what hurts the living beings at the precise moment. So it's really good for healing, not directly, but yes, for a perception of what's going on. But in my case, it goes more like, and this is the practical advice, avoiding the things that will get me into an argument, because others might get touchy or violent because they don't want to go into things. Right, so this is the actual stone for money, because it teaches you to go your way without getting into trouble and get your own. Sodalite. This crisocola, right? Check it out. It's kind of camouflage. This is tumbled crisocola. This is a good quality crystal. This is a good quality gemstone. I don't know how it got to this place, but it did. And it's good for the arts and the intellect, because it grows connected with the vegetal world. And it's good for connecting things, right? For inspiration and steady progress, right? This is a stone that in the bodybuilders are not a phenomenon of this age. They existed thousands of years ago. Bodybuilders, right, with muscle. Oh, my tattoo is Egyptian. Too much about me, enough about me. What about you? Are you a bodybuilder? This is good for inspiration. Maybe you are bodybuilding or practicing athleticism, and you go, I don't want to do this. Right? When you're running in the track, it's a thought that comes too often. I don't want to run anymore. And you go on until you go real angry, physically angry, not mentally angry. And you find an excuse to stop running. This is good for two things. if you are a creative type of person, you can go, all right, I will just run what I said I would run, 20 minutes or so, and then stop, and I will relax at the jacuzzi or walk 5 minutes at the park, and everything will be all right. Instead of saying, I need to stop, you go, right, I run, and then move on to the next thing, and things go smoothly. Or it's good to take a break. If you're a kind of repetitive person, stop 5 minutes, think about something, and eventually eagerness for fitness will be back to you, and you will continue to run or lift those weights or swim in petroleum. I don't know what they do because I don't do those things. I only ride a bike. And it's good because it cleans the air a lot. So usually artists are in uh, it's a real bad day for words. Are in a separate, in a isolated space, contained space. All right, I will add this as missing word later on if I survive this video. And it cleans the air, so you get the smell of the place, and you get inspiration from everything. When you can smell properly, you get inspiration from the everything, and that's how you write music, because music is universal. So this is done for going universal, ecumenic, accepting, and non-discriminating. So it's good for all those ONGs about discrimination, or for churches that need to accept lots of different types. Any congregation type, association, institution, and organization, anyway. Crisocola. Here's the cat's eye. It's a mystic stone. I don't believe in mystic, right? So this kind of a new age stone, not new age like the cultural phenomenon of the 90s, of the late 90s, early late 90s, rather a stone of the new age in a general way of speaking. Right, check it out. I hope this looks alright. It does. It has this different type of shining. Shining is a bad word because of the movie. I really hate Stanley Kubrick, but you can watch if you're a movie director. And fairly enough, I don't know why my video is frame skipping. Fairly, no. Strangely enough, it's about colors, associations, uh, a different type of proposition, right? This is good for commerce because if the client doesn't want something, you can offer something else, right? And you don't need to invent or get the person to buy something he doesn't need. It's good for finding options in life, right? That's why it's called the cat's eye. Uh, Gemstone names are always tricky. That's one thing you need to know. The cat is like the animal with reflexes, right? He can avoid, escape, move forward, and go around everywhere, uh, reacting to anything, no matter how fast anything is, no matter how fast things are. The cat can move in time, at the right time. I don't know about special tongues fake tones, overtones type of microphone capture, strange voices, phenomenal thing that's going on. But I hope you don't get scared. But about when I said at the right time. Uh, and this is kind of finding options, moving on, comprehend, and not so much accept, but rather incorporate things into your life. Right? This is a good stone for everybody who's learning, right? Because when people learn, they go ostracized. Ostracized comes from oyster, means the person shuts down from everybody, right? Like the oyster shell. You don't need to do that. You can move to the right things. If the thing is not right, you can find an option. Cat's eye. I hope this video is interesting because I'm not playing music. I don't have a, if somebody can recommend me a good free video editor software, that will be fine because I cannot edit too much my videos. Oh, I forgot to make a pause, right? To include the pictures. So I will do it now. First comes the piryte. Then comes the sodalite. Then comes the crisocola. Then comes the cat's eye. And now we're moving to a real different type of crystal. Because it's a natural formation. When you look at this, you go, what's this? Right? Now comes the picture. You go, what's this? Right? Looks like a pyramid of sorts. Like a spike. What's this thing? It grows like that. I don't know how, but it does. I've seen it in nature. Not everywhere, but in special places. Clear quartz grows like this. This is clear quartz. This is translucent. When there's too much light, because this is not totally clear quartz, literally speaking, right? But the white quartz, which is opaque, is called milky quartz. And this is clear because it's translucent. When the quartz is translucent, it's clear. And the quartz is a very custom made by nature crystal. Because why? There you go. Because each quartz piece is different to another, has a different translucency, different shape, and it's kind of when you serve the food, right? When you get, even if you get served your food, the piece of food that you decide to eat is very personal and it's perfect for you, right? Maybe the ingredients for the food, there you go. You don't get to choose them, but the amount and the shape of the food that you decide to serve for yourself or eat is very personal, right? Also, what I think about serving others, it's also personal. This is not much about serving others, but being yourself with others in a healthy way and getting what you want, right? This is a crystal to get what you want because it's real honest. And real honesty is going for what you want. What you want is not always you want to get away with grabbing and taking away something, which is usually connected to taking things from others. To be honest, is if you want to go out, you try to go out. If somebody asks you, what are you doing? You go, I'm trying to go out. If somebody asks you, can I help you? You go, yeah, I need to go out. You don't go, hey, the world's fine. Hey, what you done today? That's wrong. You go, I want to go out. When you're out, you can talk. You can say the world's fine, what you did today, right? But if you want, what you want is a gold watch. It's totally fine. Doesn't mean you're cheap or greedy, right? This stone do not be charged. Less die, not be charged, right? That's Jesus of Nazareth, Yehudi uh, phrase, right? Charge least thy not be charged. Means if you don't charge another, I'm not religious, you won't be charged. What does it mean? If you go, I will get what I want, and I won't need to hide or escape from that fact. That means you're not judging the others. And if you want to get what you want and you're honest about that, not like, I want a watch. Alright, how much do you earn a month? Oh, 1,000. Wait, 2,000. No. If I say 1,000, I will get the watch. Okay, 1,000. Not like that. But I want that watch. If you're honest about this, pointing at what you want, you won't be judged because you won't be judging the others. Right? You won't go into other one's minds. Right? So this is just, the quartz crystal is a stone to not be judged, and it points up, right? It's like this on my desk. Means like I won't be judged by my destiny if I go in a different direction, right? This you start to get that this is kind of personal, but I don't mind sharing this. I want to show the color of my underpants, but I don't mind showing the crystals. Not at this point anyway. Uh, Here we have another type of clear quartz. This is called biterminated. This is kind of rough, but has one point in this side and another one in this side. And it's good for power and energy. Real simple, right? You can notice this is kind of a crystal that brings you power, presence, uh, sharpness, and an edge to things. And this is a crystal that's called cournaline. It's a stone of mystery, right? I think it serves for three things. It was supposed to go into the main five crystals, but it goes here for practical reasons, right? So here goes a picture of the clear quartz point. Here goes a picture of the p-terminated point. Here goes a picture of the cournaline agathe gemstone. I think I don't know. It's a phallic type of hand position. And there goes the overtone. I hope nobody gets scared, especially little girls, because they make big mess and stop videos all the time. Or cockroaches. they have the same effect on videos. But I digress. Knowing what you want, right? This is totally practical. Usually agathe gemstones are about total practicity, right? Goes over noise, which is not good. Right, you can use it just as something that you can use wherever thing you want to send mosquitoes away, to shut the noisy people out. Shh. To get what you want, I want that. All right. Here's a uh, bitter orange aromatherapy oil. I'm a masseuse too. Right, it's a stone that opens you up for ceasing. Right, I was missing that word for nearly 1 year. Ceasing the everything, and there goes. It will go 1 more year until I get that word back. I hope I don't need to use it in the meantime. And it's a stone for martial artists, for engineers, for priests and priestesses, uh, for technology masters and technicians, for international relationship politicians, for inventors of any sort, for poets and emancipated individuals, because it gets you to go into things, right? The color red means connection, right? Color green means affection. Color blue means intuition. Color black means separation. White is not the color. It's the opposite. White is not the color, and darkness is a color. What other color do we have? And gray means eating, means food, right? Doesn't need to mean heavens, the isolated paths of infinity, right? Something can mean things that are real common, right? Yellow means sight, right? I won't go on because it's going too abstract, but it's kind of a abstract practical crystal because you hold it. Practically, it's abstract. You know what it's about, but you actually do things with it. That's all. I don't want to go into any crystal of mine. And this is the crystal. This needs to go from my collection because I don't want it anymore. So I'm giving away this crystal. If you want it, just comment. You pay the shipment and I send it to you. Only by DHL because I don't want to. Post offices are really bad in Argentina since Bukowski wrote post office. It's true. Since they translated it, it's pain anyway. And this is a stone of aggression, right? Of being real prepotent, right? Don't get scared. It's just a video. My hand won't go off the screen. Maybe a little. Tastes good. Smells good. Feels good. It's a crystal that feels really good. But at one point you need to stop, right? Like the bull. The bull was the most aggressive animal. This is a parable. The bull was the most aggressive animal ever. And this will represent this crystal that I don't really enjoy. Not anymore. The bull was the type of aggressive animal until, guess what? He got called into the stadium where they stabbed him, right? This is kind of a real forward thinking, if you may, parable, right? The bull is a species of animal that one real aggressive and everybody accepted the bull doing anything he wanted to until it ended up being slaughtered every Sunday, right? So if you go real pushing and shoving, right, using the words of the artist formerly known as Prince, right? It's a, I don't know if that the Prince symbol is Egyptian, right? So here goes the picture. I won't take picture of the bullseye. Well, I will. Here goes a picture of a bullseye. And here's the last. I will add an extra picture as closing of a purple crystal that I really don't know what it's about, but I will start to use it today. This citrine quartz, and this is for blessings, right? This is a crystal for relationships. It's usually said for money because some merchants, there you go, they need to make the person fall in love with him for the client to buy him the product. That's nonsense. They want the person to fear, so they buy the product and leave. They need the person to think the corporation is mommy and daddy. They need the person to think the corporation is mommy and daddy. They need to establish a relationship, so the masses buy the products from the big multinational corporation. Some multinational corporations just don't do that. I'm not generalizing. I do not generalize in these videos. And it's about relationships. Why? You can carry this. This is used a lot in jewelry. And this is a wrap up. Then comes the bye-byes. So listen. This used in jewelry, right? Jewels, like this. Ring. They should say finger ring, but they say ring. And it goes like really catches the eye. And if you're wearing it, you are the one who catches the eye of the other person. Right? Here's a vape before I finish. Vanilla flavor. And it's about relationships, about relating, right? About not being this stone. Okay, here comes the practical knowledge because it's getting really long. This stone is about not being let down. There you go. Don't let me down. Right? To have a relationship, to not be ignored and cast away. Uh, to be eaten by the wolves and the pigs, and the birds and the bees, and the rhinoceros and the hippopotamus. Alright, with this stone on screen, this yellow, I will try to color correct. We say bye byes, and I need to change hand because I click the, as I go through the screen, I click the stop